Hey, what's up guys? So I thought since I just did my Welcome to Raccoon City review the other day, that I'd do another tier list with all the Resident Evil movies to date. So let's go ahead and start the video off with the first movie from 2002. I remember when I first got this movie, we bought it a pirate DVD of it from a car boot sale. And I remember we got a few of them, and this was the only one that actually worked. And it was an okay film, but not the best adaptation. So I'd probably say, C tier. I doubt many of these would be ranking that high. I doubt there's any that would say S or A tier. But as far as these movies go, it's probably one of the better ones. Then Resident Evil Apocalypse, another okay-ish one. It was the one with Nemesis in it, so that was kind of cool. It wasn't quite as good, so I'd say D tier for Apocalypse. I might mix it up a bit actually, just do them in a random order. So let's go with Vendetta. That's one of the CGI movies, which I actually really enjoyed this one. It was very actiony and very over the top, but it was really cool and it was like really enjoyable and really entertaining. And it was kind of cool because it had Chris and Leon together, and it had Rebecca Chambers. And I think that was the first time in the storyline that she's actually been seen since Resident Evil 0 and 1, I think, which is pretty cool. I'd probably say the CGI movies, I like them a bit better than the live action movies, and I really enjoyed this one, so I'll probably put it in B. Though I do wish they would make, I think, because I did a video talking about how I think it would be really cool if they would do like a more faithful adaptation, so make it actually scary but a CGI, so basically CGI films of the original trilogy of games, and then Zero and Code Veronica X as well, but in CGI movie format. I think that would be the best way to make Resident Evil films, in my opinion. Let's go with a random one again. Retribution. That was the one. It wasn't too bad, but it wasn't. It's probably the third best live action one. I remember they did teasers. I think this was one they teased us with them helicopters, and then like a massive like battle scene. But then it was like the first minute of the film. I think that was this one. I'd say D again for this one. For, what's it called? Retribution, I think. Next, let's go for another CGI one. Degeneration. This was a good one as well. It was the one that was in the airport and had Leon and Claire, which was pretty cool. Yeah, it was a pretty cool one, and it had zombies and it had the G-Virus as well, which I think is one of the few instances we actually see the G-Virus outside Resident Evil 2, which was pretty cool. Probably B again. I did like that one. I did like that one quite a lot. I found it quite enjoyable. Very actiony, but still really good. And the good thing about the CGI movies is that the characters, you know, they look exactly like the games. And I think they've still got the same voice actors as well, which you can't really do with live action. Like, have them exactly like the games. Let's go with this one. This is the one that I didn't like. Definitely the most boring one out of them all. I think that was the one. It started off with she had like all them clones, but like like the last movie was leading into there being loads of clones, but then I guess they couldn't think of anything to do with them, so they just all got killed off in like the first 5 minutes. And then the rest of it was that one that was in that prison, yeah, with all the zombies trying to get in, but it's just very boring. And like everything from the games in it, like the enemies, like, because it had Ganados and Executioner from Resident Evil 5 and the Ganados from Resident Evil 4, but they were just like in there without any context. They weren't explained or anything, and I just found it really boring as well, the movie. Probably my least favourite, so I put that in F, definitely. Next we got the final chapter, which is not very good either. It's probably a little bit better than that one, so I'll say E for the final chapter. It was a bit of a disappointing ending as well. I can't barely even remember what happened, and I might have fell asleep during it. And I have done reviews on all the live action ones, and Degeneration and the Netflix series. I've done reviews on all of them. The only reviews I haven't done yet is Damnation and Vendetta at the time of making this video, but I do plan to get to them sometime. I'll have to watch them again. So let's do the Netflix film. No, it was a series, wasn't it? It was basically another CGI film, but they just chopped it up into 4 parts and called it a series and put it on Netflix. But it was basically like another movie. It was pretty good, but probably not as good as the others, so I'll put it in C. I think it's decent though. I kind of enjoyed it. I did a review for that as well. Next, what haven't I done yet? I haven't done Damnation, have I? So this is the one set in Eastern Europe, and it's got Leon and Ada's in it for a little bit as well. I wasn't really that keen on the setting, but it was kind of actiony, and yeah, I wasn't really keen on the setting or most of the other characters, but I did like Leon, and especially towards the end where you got that scene where it had all the liquors and that tyrant. That was really cool where they had the tyrant. So I think it started off a bit weak, but it got better towards the end. So I'd probably say maybe C for, what's it called, Damnation. So next, what haven't I done? I haven't done Extinction, which is the first one where they started ignoring the movies. I mean, ignoring the game, sorry, and they started doing their own thing. I wasn't really keen on this one either. I found it pretty boring, so I'd probably say E tier, like the final chapters. They're basically almost the same, because they both set like in the desert a lot. And yeah, so I think all we got left is Welcome to Raccoon City, which surprisingly I actually somewhat enjoyed it for what it was. I did kind of find it entertaining, and I thought it was a fun movie, but it's just stupid how a lot of the characters were like, they had really rubbish actors who looked nothing like the characters. Like Leon and Jill were the worst, and Wesker, like, he didn't even have his blonde hair or sunglasses. But I think they teased at the end, so maybe in the next film he will look like Wesker, but I don't know why they couldn't have just done that in the first place. But I think I liked it because it looked like Resident Evil 2 and Resident Evil 1, and I don't know, I just found it entertaining. So I would put it in C, I think. Probably halfway between C and D. I would put Welcome to Raccoon City. So I think that's everything. There's 11. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Yeah, that's all of them. So there's that Netflix. I think it's another series coming out on Netflix. That looks a bit shit, doesn't it? Because it's that one where it's like it's nothing to do with the games whatsoever, apart from some of the characters. They're like the share names, like what's that bloke who's supposed to be Wesker, Lance something, and he has like daughters or some crap like that, and you can tell it's obviously, like, probably when they wrote it, it probably wasn't a Resident Evil series. It sounded more like a cheap rip-off of The Walking Dead or something. But I think later on they just like stuck on the Resident Evil name to try and make people watch it, because they probably knew nobody would watch it otherwise. I think that's the deal with that new show, whatever it's called. But yeah, I'm not really hyped for that whatsoever. I think it looks like it'd probably be rubbish. So that was all the Resident Evil movies. I hope you enjoyed the tier list. If you did, give it a thumbs up and subscribe for more. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you next time.